A Hall of Fame entrance for the coach of the Power, Nancy Liberman. In Providence, Rhode Island, former Celtic Glen Davis is walking through that door. In the Renaissance City, today is a good day. The Big Three is in the capital of the Ocean States. In Providence, Rhode Island, 3 to come from the Big Three in Season 3. We begin with the Ghost Ballers in Power, Aliens and Enemies, Greg Oden versus Gilbert Arenas, and then Three's Company versus the Ball Hogs. With Michael Rappaport, Brendan Haywood, I'm Carter Blackburn. For the last year in this league, there has been one clear team who has brought the power, and that's Power. Last week, they suffered their first loss in over a year, snapping a 9-game winning streak, and it was in dramatic fashion. Right?
It was definitely a little bit dramatic. Big Baby Davis, you see him taking off the jersey. Ice Cube wasn't happy about this. Big Baby was suspended. But more importantly, you also look here, you see Cuttino Mobley with a strained calf injury. I talked to him before the game. He said he'll be back next week, but he won't be able to play this week. That obviously figured into last week is why they didn't win the game. But look for Power to possibly bounce back here.
You got Quentin Richardson, who hasn't played since week 1. And then the big boost, Corey Maggette, last year's Big 3 MVP, hasn't played yet this season, but Corey Maggette is back in the lineup for Power. So today's rosters brought to you by State Farm. And for the Ghost Ballers, you have Mike Bibby, Carlos Boozer back on the floor. Corey Maggette, huge addition for Power, especially with the loss of Cuttino Mobley. Birdman, always a factor as well. For Nancy Liberman, the Hall of Famer, effusive in her praise of her Big 3 experience. Why not? Won the championship Coach of the Year last year for the Hall of Famer and the pride of Old Dominion University. And it is a Hall of Fame coaching matchup right down the road from the James Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, because the 4-time scoring champ, the Iceman, has finger-rolled his way back into Providence, Rhode Island. Refresher on the rules, or maybe this is your entry point to the Big 3. You're playing to 50, have to win by 2, 14-second shot clock. There's only one free throw. You get fouled shooting a 1-point shot, 1 free throw, 1 point. 2 points, and so on, up to your 4-point shot. Any part of the player inside that 4-point shot. So it is a league designed to be fun, and it certainly is in the house here in Providence, Rhode Island at the Dunkin' Donuts Center, ready to see Power versus Ghost Ballers. So that's a lot to digest for Power. And of course, it's Glen Big Baby Davis who gets the first look. But how do you expect all of the drama and the changes of the past week to expect Power, the defending champs?
Well, I think when you look at the drama of last week, whenever you're a player and you go through something like that, you always want to bounce back and you want to show people that you can make up for your mistakes. Look for Big Baby Glen Davis to have a big game, especially when you look at the mismatch early on. Jamario Moon cannot guard him inside. If they post up Big Baby, they will be Power will be able to get any shot they want.
And how about the reaction? I mean, Celtics fans rolling down to Providence, all of New England, ready to welcome Glen Big Baby Davis back, and he got a very welcome into the building.
Well, listen, these fans out here, they are very appreciative of what Big Baby Davis brought to the Boston Celtics, and that's why he got all the love. He deserved the love. He was a great player when he played in the league.
Right follows, didn't hit the rim, so this is up for grabs, and Moon has the trash. Big bucket, Jamario Moon out of Goodwater, Alabama. 4-0 start for the Ghost Ballers.
And you see right, they're good. Power's going right back to Big Baby Davis right here. Jamario Moon has no chance of guarding him inside. Big Baby is an absolute load. He is a wide body down there. So look for Power to continuously throw the ball in there, force the Ghost Ballers to double team. And when that happens, now it's just a matter of knocking down shots from guys like Corey Maggette on the perimeter.
I'm ready to scratch the baby part because it's just big. There's no baby anymore.
You gotta keep
grown man big.
Nah, you got it. That's his nickname. That's his swag. Glen Big Baby Davis. So you gotta call him everything, the whole nickname. You can't shortchange the man.
All right.
He earned that nickname.
No,
he likes it. Oh.
He's got it at the top of the uniform, too.
Yeah.
Floater goes. That's a tough one. Top 2 for Corey Maggette. So, welcome back, Corey Maggette. 27 points in the championship game last year in Brooklyn. And now Corey Maggette, really when power needs him most, getting back into the flow.
And Corey Maggette has a height advantage as well over Mike Bibby. You saw right there when he went to the lane, he just pulled up on Mike, and there's nothing that Mike could do.
So 3rd season in the Big Three. Last year, the most impactful MVP. And now Maggette back on the floor. Ball going through the hoop.
Looked good for him, too. Maggette versus Bibby. That might be the 2 most muscular guys in the league going head-to-head right there.
And don't let the 50 there for Corey Maggette and Ghost confuse you. It is Corey Maggette for power versus Ghost ballers.
Right.
1 shot, 2 points, Mike Bibby. Playing his 3rd season in the Big Three. Extended conversation between Mike Bibby and Nancy Lieber. Point guard to point guard.
A point guard is always an extension of the head coach. So point guards and head coaches normally have very good relationships because they're able to talk to each other and figure out what they want done on the basketball court.
Maggette outside. Air ball right there to bail him out. Get the stick back.
And that's the type of player Julian Wright was when he played. Whether we're talking about at Kansas in the league, he was the guy that did all the dirty work. That's how he made his bones in his business.
Ricky Davis unopposed off the bounce. Gets a big step on Julian Wright.
Well, Ricky Davis has an obvious speed and quickness advantage over Wright. If you look at Ricky Davis, I mean, Ricky's probably like 20 pounds lighter than when he played in the league. He is in phenomenal shape. And so when he gets out on the perimeter, if there's no help, he can blow by a lot of guys.
And that's one of the big factors, I mean, when you look at Big Three and guys who are in basketball shape, and that was one of the big moves this week in order to maximize competition. Baron Davis, Bonzi Wells, Lamar Odom, Jermaine O'Neal deactivated for the rest of the season. And one of the big points of emphasis there from the Big Three was this is a competitive basketball league. You have to be ready to bring it. And it was in consultation with players and coaches in the league, those decisions were made.
Well, I think the Jermaine O'Neal situation had to do with a heart
That's
ailment.
correct.
So I don't want to mix him in with some of the other guys that were deactivated due to conditioning issues.
And Jermaine O'Neal has been a big part of the Big Three and will continue to be a part of the Big Three, but deactivated for the rest of the season. Maggette kick out, right triple.
Those ballers, you'll live with that.
Live with it again, but
you got to play the percentages. It's better than Corey Maggette going to work on Mike Bibby inside. I like this, involving Big Baby in the screen and roll. Make him move out there. He's a big guy, and he's a low down there on the block. He's a bully on the block, but when you get him out there on the perimeter and you force him to play in the screen and roll, that's not where Big Baby wants to be, especially on the defensive end.
Spoken like a big man who was involved in some of these, right?
Oh, yeah. I hate it.
When they pull you out?
I hated being on the perimeter, getting switched out on those guards. That's what the league today is all about. Pick and roll at the top of the key, exploiting mismatches.
Wright has the board. Maggette, step out, triple in the corner. There's Big Baby off the air ball, straight back up, draws two. Right block from behind.
What a
Did
block.
Bibby get it?
Wow.
Woo!
Mike Bibby with the big block.
From behind.
I see. And Bibby, that defense wasn't really Mike's thing, but guess what? He's stepping it up in the Big Three.
Wow. That is Mike Bibby block from behind.
Coming out of nowhere, cocking it back with a nice block. Bibby doing whatever his team needs to help get the victory.
All right, now if you're 6'8" Julian Wright and you come back to the bench for power after Mike Bibby blocks your shot, how's that go?
Listen, if you're Julian Wright, you just got to shrug it off. You have to have what we like to call a next play mentality. Anybody can get their shot blocked, but how do you respond? That's the big question.
Floater on the baseline goes for Ricky Davis, Davenport, Iowa, leading Big Three in the scoring last year, leading scorer in the league.
Tricky Ricky's what they call him.
Wright sails that one out of bounds, so back to the Ghost Ballers. Tricky Ricky.
Tricky Ricky, that was his nickname in the league, Tricky Ricky. I like that nickname. You like that?
Yeah, I like it.
Carter, did you have a nickname?
I'll take it. Nothing good.
Nothing good?
Nothing good. I'm still
They
waiting for one.
didn't call you like CB or something like that?
Pretty much like the Carter.
The Carter?
Yeah, Lil Wayne.
They called you, your nickname was the Carter.
Yeah, I hung that on myself, but you know, it was my hype song.
I would have never pegged you for that.
Sort of like BD, you can't block me. There's Moon floater.
Nice pull up.
Ghost Ballers bowling out early, taking it to Big Baby and Power in downtown Providence.
The enemy's Agent Zero has brought his fast trigger finger to the Big 3 limelight. But Trilogy's Jason the Jet Terry is no stranger to the big shot or the big stage.
Big 3. Now that's a magic number. Got the homies balling out for the whole damn summer in that 4-point circle with that ghost baller purple.
Next weekend, the Big 3 has some big matchups right here on CBS. Yo, Joe Johnson's got one message for the entire league. Can't guard me. On Saturday in Kansas City, ISO Joe's triplets look to take down Birdman and the defending champ, Power. Then, Mario Chalmers may be Kansas royalty, but when Stat and Nate Robinson lead Tri-State against Chalmers' three-headed monsters, hey, they'll be looking to serve him a tall glass of humble on the rocks. Sunday, it's on to Oklahoma City, where Captain Steven Jackson and the rough and tumble Killer Threes brawl it out with Deshaun Stevenson and the Ball Hogs. Then, look out, Agent Zero's on the case, as the enemy's Gilbert Arenas and Royce White put Coach Kenyon Martin and Trilogy in the crosshairs. Hey, it's Big 3 basketball, baby, and it all goes down next weekend on CBS.
Ghost Ballers by 5 early on Power. Michael Rappaport is with Big Baby.
All right, I'm here with Glen, Big Baby Davis. Friends call him Baby. Baby, last week was, I loved it. There were some ramifications. How you feeling today?
I feel okay, you know. Last week was kind of tough, kind of use some, got to stay within the game and play basketball. But I'm glad I can be able to play in Rhode Island today.
Talk to me about your dynamic with Nancy, because I think that you treat her equally, although, you got into it a little bit, but I think you would do that with any coach. So talk to me about your dynamic with her.
Yeah, just because she's a woman, the intensity's still there, the emotion for the game. Yeah, I do have the control because, we're on CBS and stuff like that, but Nancy is a peer to me, and a coach is a great person, and we get into it because we love the game.
And that's not the first time you've gotten into it with a coach, man or woman.
Yeah, it's not the first time, but it's good for the game. Nancy's been doing a great job. It's just, it's equal. So it is what it is, man. I love playing for Nancy, and it's a great atmosphere.
Well, I'm glad you're back here. You're a fan favorite. You're one of my favorites. Fellas, I'm here with the guy they call Big Baby Davis.
Oh, and the Celtics
Big
fans
Baby.
were ready to greet him back, Big Baby.
Big Baby, and I like, he said because she's a woman. That's not, he didn't mean that in a negative fashion. He meant to say that I go at all coaches, men or women, and I think it's more of a respect factor. So Big Baby definitely respects Nancy Liberman. Make sure we want to get that out there.
I think everyone in basketball is in agreement on the respect for Nancy Liberman. A head coach of the WNBA, an assistant coach with the Sacramento Kings, and we have an injury. Birdman is down on the ground.
I didn't really see what happened, but he's getting up. He's getting up fairly quickly.
Yeah, with that left leg somewhere in there, you see Birdman grab it now, quickly back up, but with a significant limp, and that is very disappointing to see for a guy who has been and big part of our success in this league.
I didn't really see what happened right there. It's unfortunate he got the injury, but I'm glad to see he was able to get off and walk off under his own power. Hopefully we'll see Birdman later on in this ballgame.
So Chris Birdman Andersen won an NBA championship with the Heat. He had 12 points last week, season high 12 points, and this is after all the drama with Glen Big Baby Davis leaving, and Cuttino Mobley gets hurt last week. So now Power and Nancy Liberman, you have an even bigger challenge without Birdman, who was the guy you went to last week when you needed extra scoring and extra punch.
Well, that just means you have to have a next man up mentality. That just means some of these other guys are going to have to step up. Whether that means Big Baby plays some more minutes. Corey Maggette being so strong, maybe he bounces inside a little bit. Quentin Richardson has always been a guy that could play bigger than his height. So they're going to need everybody. It's going to be a collective effort to make up for Big Baby, not Big Baby, for Birdman not possibly not coming back into this ball game, but we'll see what happens. But I think Power's up to the test. They have a lot of guys that are mentally tough, and they won't back down.
You saw the Natalie dress, Cuttino Mobley there, and what was especially disappointing about his leg injury, he was really balling out early on in this year 3 of the Big 3.
Yeah, Cuttino, he always is in shape, works out year round. You can tell. First of all, I like that outfit too. That shirt, that's incredible. That's what color is that? Like a nice little gold?
I would say so. I mean, it is certainly a shiny gold.
Yeah, nice shine. Cuttino was always one of the best dressed guys in the league when I played with him.
Well, he is continuing it well into 2019.
Oh yeah, the
Big
swag
3.
he has everything going on. Cuttino's swag is incredible.
You know what I love is, I mean, when there is breaking news around the Big 3, there is only one man who is going to ask the penetrating questions about Cuttino Mobley's wardrobe. That's, of course, Michael Rappaport.
All right, I'm on the bench here with Cuttino Mobley. Cuttino, the people are envious of your outfit today. Cuttino, can we talk about, do you have Polynesian silks? Where are these, what are these materials, sir?
Yeah, Q. Man, not right now, man. Let's see me
Cuttino, sometimes he likes to talk, sometimes he doesn't like to talk. I don't take it personally. He doesn't have any socks on, as you can tell. But he's wearing it fantastically.
But that's the look, though, Mike. Like now, when you have like the loafers like that, you go out there with the pants a little slightly higher up with no socks. That's the look now.
Well, I'm thinking instead of calling him Cat, we start calling Cuttino Mobley Miami Vice.
Miami Vice?
I think it's more of a Curtis Mayfield inspired appearance, and that's a good thing in my mind.
He looks like he's like auditioning to like being the revival of the Howard Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Okay, now that's a positive thing too. Perhaps a Fabulous Dramatics.
Yeah, listen, all I know is Cuttino was pulling off the outfit fabulously. I love it. Matter of fact, I might get me one like that.
And now the other piece of that puzzle is you just talked about how Cuttino is so into this team, this league, basketball, and every piece of it. And when Michael tries to get to the bottom of the wardrobe issue, Cuttino says, "Come on, we are in the thick of things."
Listen, Cuttino is into the game. Even though he's not playing, he's into the game. And I love that because that tells me how serious he's taking this league. He doesn't want to be bothered right now. And Mike, you're going to have to catch him at halftime or something, but you can't catch him in-game during play.
Well, he looks good, and he is doing his part on the bench along with Nancy Liberman. He's out again. Leg injury suffered last week, part of the issues for Power. Scales hard off the dribble.
Scales, nice little crossover there. Rocked Quentin real quick and then got to the basket. Q had to foul him.
Alex Scales' first season in Big 3. Played at Oregon.
1 for 2.
From
Racine, Wisconsin. So 1 shot, 2 points here.
Racine, I played with a guy that was from Racine, Wisconsin, the pride of Wisconsin.
There must have been some really good ball in Racine, Wisconsin.
Hey.
How about Mike Taylor, 88, Ghost Ballers, green headband. You want to talk about bringing energy from the moment he stepped in the building.
Mike Taylor brings his own energy. Every coach is looking for a guy that they don't have to worry about playing hard, and that's Mike Taylor. He's always upbeat. He was running around just dunking all throughout the warm-ups. He is incredibly hyped all the time, and I'm here for it. I love it.
It's an absolute fight for this loose ball. And guess who comes away with it? Mike Taylor.
And that's when you need that energy. Whenever there's a fight for a loose ball, the guy that has the most energy normally finds a way.
And then Taylor reaches in. Yeah, he and Corey Maggette get a little tangled up. And that was an all-out scrap to get that loose ball. Now, couldn't finish it off for the Ghost Ballers with the three-point shot from Scales, but still.
And Corey has to be careful not to let Mike get under his skin because Mike is one of those guys that he's going to pressure you. He doesn't mean any harm, but he's going to test you to see what you're all about.
Back cut. In tight, floater goes.
Nice little jump hook. When in doubt, when you get in that lane, back down the smaller guy, go right to your jump hook.
Mychel Thompson from the great Thompson basketball family. Then Taylor takes it right at him.
And that's the thing about Taylor. He has that pride to him. Okay, you score on me, guess what? You scored on me inside. Well, let me see if you can guard me on the perimeter. I'm going to show you all the speed that I have in my package.
Safe to say the game is relentless from Mike Taylor. I mean, he's not backing away at all.
I think relentless would be the best way to describe it. He's just going to keep continuously coming at you, trying to press the issue. He knows he has a speed advantage over most players. And now he's talking junk to Cuttino Mobley. Wait a minute, Mike. You can't talk junk to the vet.
Three-pointer rattles out. He had 2 4-point shots last week, did Mike Taylor from Chicago. Floater on the baseline goes Corey Maggette. You can see him starting to find a rhythm.
Hey, but when we get a dead ball, we might need to see the replay of the shot that Mike Taylor just took because he thought it was going in. So he shoots the ball and turns around and starts talking to Cuttino, but the shot didn't fall. It was a Nick Young type of moment.
Yeah. I think Cube's laughing about that one, too.
Yeah.
And again, we're at halftime at 25. Since there's no game clock, playing to 50, have to win by 2. So your halftime comes at 25 points either team. Big Baby, another nice round of applause. He hits the floor here in Providence, Rhode Island. And immediately touches it on the block.
Nice handoff by Big Baby. Great play. Great play. Throw it, make the game simple. Throw it inside, let the big fella work for you. He can either score it or pass it. And Maggette with an excellent cut.
Corey Maggette has the last 4 points for Power. 9 in the game, and a huge answer for a 4-point shot.
All right, he shot that one from deep.
Alex Scales for 4. It's a 4-point shot. Ghost Ballers get to 25 first, withstanding the attack from Maggette and Power. Scales for 4, sending us to halftime. Ghost Ballers ballin' since they first walked in the door today, and 25 on the board. Scales with a huge 4-point shot.
Big shot for Scales. Ghost Ballers looking excellent right now.
All right, let's check in with Mychel.
All right, I'm here. Ricky Davis, Tricky Ricky. Pretty Ricky's what they call him. You guys are ahead. You're in control of this game. Unfortunately, Birdman doesn't look like he's coming back. What do you guys need to close this puppy out?
We just need to continue to make shots, move the ball, control the rebound. They tough down there inside. So we did just come up with the rebound, close the game out.
Now, I noticed Quentin Richardson came over here in between the timeout. What happened there?
Oh, just a little talking, you know, having fun. You know, Q's old gangster over there, so we just keep it going.
All right, we'll keep the intensity up. Good luck in the second half.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Tricky Ricky's what they call him. Pretty Ricky's what his friends call him.
Well, we'll call him Pretty Ricky then. Nothing tricky about it. Into the first half. Ghost Ballers 25. Power 20. We'll return to Providence right after these messages.
Rashard Lewis is having another MVP caliber season for the three-headed monsters. But Amari Stoudemire says, hold on, Rashard, I got next.
BIG3 Basketball on CBS Sports is sponsored by State Farm. Talk to an agent today at 800-STATE-FARM. VH1 Basketball Wives. New season. Check your local listing. And by Toyota. Let's go places.
Want your sports news without the yelling and fake debates? Stream CBS Sports HQ, the free 24/7 network for non-stop highlights and news. Download the CBS Sports app today. Game 1 of 3 between Power and Ghost Ballers here in downtown Providence, Rhode Island. So Corey Maggette, 11 points. So that is was one of the big questions today. How is Corey Maggette going to get back into the flow? And I think, Brendan, the answer is very well.
Yeah, Corey Maggette's looked very good, and he's looked very spry. He's moving well out there. The jumper really hasn't been going. The deep jumper, he's been off by a lot on those, but that just comes back with getting your timing and your rhythm. I'm sure as he gets warmer out there, he'll get a chance to really get to his rhythm on his jump shot. But that's the only thing missing right now. He has the in-between game. He has the power game inside. He starts knocking down a couple of those outside jumpers. Watch out.
Huge for Nancy Liberman when they won the championship last year. The Hall of Famer Nancy Liberman mic'd up.
Hi, honey. How are you? Set the tone from the beginning, baby. Watch a step back. Watch a step back. Hey, be aggressive to the rim. Don't settle. Okay? Nice job, Glenn. Nice job.
So talk about being aggressive at the rim there from Coach Nancy Liberman of Power, and that may be for Glen Big Baby Davis right now. 0 points in the game.
That's surprising because Big Baby has such a mismatch inside. When you talk about Jamario Moon probably giving up easily 100 pounds to Big Baby inside, and they have not been able to exploit it yet. I thought that would be something that would be easily exploitable for Power, but the Ghost Ballers have done a good job neutralizing Big Baby.
Julian Wright has the first bucket. Moon missed, so that's an easy follow two for Corey Maggette to give him now 13 in the game.
Nice little easy bucket right there. And Carter, you love those. And we talked about Corey not hitting his jumper. Well, a quick way to get your jumper going is to get some easy shots. An easy shot like that, get your percentages up, and next thing you know, you feel a lot more comfortable taking that shot from outside.
And that's one of the wrinkles, the big three steal or air ball. Ball doesn't hit the rim, you can go right back up with it. Now it looks like Ricky Davis a little bit banged up. He's going to stay in the game, says he's all right. Power ball.
You're not really sure what happened to him right there, but must not be major staying in the game. Got his hand on that ball right there for the steal.
Oh.
And Jamario Moon with the and one. Put a little bit of flavor on that at the end.
Good water, Alabama, Jamario Moon.
And you see the tip by Ricky Davis, Bibby with the excellent awareness for the pass, and Jamario Moon with the left-handed finish off the glass. And that's an incredibly tough shot for somebody that's right-handed. Whoa.
Now the free throw didn't look as good.
Yeah, the free throw definitely looked as good. He was a little long on. He was a little long on that one.
Spin inside, nice dish, right. Whip it back out. Maggette triple, the shot clock winding down. Maggette nails the three.
And it's just what we talked about. He got a couple of easy ones inside. Now it becomes a little bit easier to shoot that outside jumper. And he has a couple of words for the Ghost Ballers bench.
And now Maggette has a rebound, going to reset it again. Right inside. Here's Big Baby. Draws the D, shakes his way. It is Shakedown Street.
What happened?
And what do we have?
No basket?
We're going to have to get clarification on this, whether that basket counts and what we have here. Clearing violation, wipe out the bucket.
A clearing violation on who?
On Big Baby? I mean, that's...
No, that's not a clearing violation. That's excellent footwork.
Unless it's on Maggette on the...
Look at Big Baby right here. Steps through. That is no clearing violation. That is excellent footwork. That's what you're supposed to do. You get your man, you get the defender moving to the left. You step through, step him off in the opposite direction. Use the rim to seal him on the other side. Big Baby, that's just excellent footwork. That's not an offensive foul. I think, did Corey Maggette do something on the perimeter? Because they can't be looking at Big Baby inside. I'm a little confused by this one.
So, Maggette didn't clear it. That's what we got. Maggette didn't get all the way outside the three-point line. That makes a whole lot.
Okay, there we go.
So it's Maggette didn't get it all the way out.
All right,
so
that makes more sense because I thought they were calling an offensive foul on Big Baby. No basket, though.
No basket, so Maggette didn't get it fully cleared outside the three-point line. That's the issue, not an offensive foul. Clearing violation. So, again, Maggette didn't get it all the way out on the wing.
But don't, even though Maggette didn't clear it all the way out, but that was an excellent move by Big Baby.
I'll tell you what,
that was textbook right there.
That's how frustrating the day has been for Glen Big Baby Davis. Here you have the big return to New England. Celtics fans here to root you on. 0 points still. You finally get a bucket, and it gets wiped out after you've had an incredible post move to get a hoop.
And that's just how it happens sometimes. But the good news is it's tied up. Powers fought their way back into this game, and he has a chance to make up for his bad first half with an excellent second half.
All right, draws the D again, Maggette. Now right off the dribble in the lane with the left. Julian Wright.
Nice take by Wright right there. Very strong finish.
At 17 last week.
There you go. They got what they want now. They got,
Bibby pass,
Bibby dancing on Baby. Watch out. That is exactly what they want to do. Exploit the big fella on the perimeter. If you can get the switch, then it is time to dance and go to work. Ooh.
Bibby versus Big Baby. We could watch that matchup all day.
I don't think Big Baby wants that matchup all day. Not on the perimeter. He does not want to move his feet out there.
Right on Bibby. Right, tipped away, take it away.
Great steal by Ricky Davis.
And so now, Bibby shaking it down. Right, what a look on the back cut. Moon gets fouled on a dime from Bibby.
Great pass by Bibby. Don't let the muscles fool you. Now, Big Baby was, Mike Bibby was one of the better point guards in this league back in his heyday. And you see him taking the contact, finishing at the layup. The move to go by Big Baby was incredible. And then he also had the excellent pass to Jamario Moon. Wasn't able to pay it off with the free throw, but the pass was excellent.
Bibby and Big Baby. That's fun all day. Right crossover, left again, right.
Oh, okay, Julian Ray. I see you moving through London with the Euro step.
So Wright trying to power.
Uh-oh, there's that matchup again, Bibby on Baby.
Moon off the bounce. Moon attacks, wiping out, offensive foul. Big Baby takes a charge, and now he's slow getting up.
I think he just got hit in the face.
I think Big Baby got banged.
Yeah, I think he's caught like a little elbow to the face right there. But we give him credit for standing in there, taking that charge, and that's something that Big Baby was always pretty good at. Never, obviously because of the size and being compact, he was never a shot blocker, but he was always good defensively as far as finding a way to step in that lane for charges. And he was always willing to give up that big body.
4 rebounds, 0 points. He takes a charge. Now we have not seen Chris Birdman Andersen since he went down with a left leg injury in the first half. So
it's looking like Birdman will not be back in this game, but Power's still looking to get some things done. And then now we have Corey Maggette.
Steps through the double and draws a foul.
And that was excellent. That was an excellent step through as well by Corey Maggette. Once again, when we're talking about 3-on-3 basketball, you have to be able to take advantage of mismatches. When you see your man is smaller than you, you have to get to the block and be able to step through, jump hook, do whatever it is, but be quick, concise, and get to a very fast move. That's what Corey Maggette did right there.
Maggette 16 so far. Hadn't played this season. So his last performance was in the championship game last year, 27 in that championship game. And Maggette with power, for power in his return to the floor. Davis with right hand in his face. Tough 2 jumper board to Maggette.
I think you got a technical on Ricky Davis.
We do.
But Ricky does have a gripe in the situation. If you look at the replay where Ricky goes to pull up for his jumper, it looks like Julian Wright hits him right across his arm. Nothing was called. And Ricky said this is the 3rd time it happened, so he wanted to let the referees know about his frustration.
So Maggette gets to have 1 shot, 2 points here.
And sometimes you got to do that, man. Sometimes you go out there, you take your technical foul to call awareness to something that's been happening to you all game. Now and right there before the shot, you can see that Julian Wright hits him on the arm. And immediately Ricky goes right to the official and lets him know, listen, man, he's been smacking me on my arm all day long. I need you to help clean this up.
So that's a consequential tee there because allows Maggette goes to the line and have a 6-point advantage now for Powers. They try to come back on Ghost Ballers. Here in Game 1 here in Providence, Rhode Island. Tomorrow in Brooklyn, going to be packed for the triple header, beginning with Tri-State and triplets. Joe Johnson is straight balling out. He brings his game to Brooklyn. Then Game 2, CBS, 3-headed monsters, Bivouac, then Killer Threes versus Trilogy. So the Big 3 championship game. We've been talking about Corey Maggette's performance, 27 in that championship game last year in Brooklyn, leading Power to the 2018 Big 3 championship. It was Cuttino Mobley who had the game winner. Ice Cube gets to hand over the trophy. Power beats Threes Company. And now back in Brooklyn tomorrow. Cube in the house. Wife Kimberly here as well. Co-founder Ice Cube. Talked about Nancy Liberman and her effusive praise for being a part of this league with Ice Cube. Everyone knows the celebrity. Everyone knows the rapper, the actor, the businessman, and the absolute basketball diehard. I mean, it is, the love of the game is 100% a piece of this for you.
I think the biggest thing that people don't know about Ice Cube is just how nice of a person he is.
That's right.
I mean, for my first time meeting him, he was just, I'm in awe of him because, you know, I grew up watching Ice Cube. He's like, hey, listen, man, we appreciate having you in the league, and anything you need, I'll make sure that you have it. I was just more in shock, like, man, this Ice Cube, man.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. This is boys in the hood right here, man. This is my childhood.
And you know what Nancy talked about, how everybody in the building who wants to meet Cube gets to do it. The CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell premieres Monday right here on CBS. In downtown Providence, Rhode Island, Ghost Ballers led by 7 early, but Corey Maggette carrying it for power. He is with Michael Rappaport.
Unprecedented access with Corey Maggette. First of all, how you feeling? Glad to have you back on the court at the Big 3. How you feeling?
Hey, man, it's good to see you, man. It's a blessing to be back on the court. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Listen, you guys are up 37-29. These guys are not giving up. They're not going away. What are you personally going to do to close this win out for your team, Power, the champions?
Well, at the end of the day, we just got to make the right plays. Make the right plays, get to our mismatch far as on the offensive set, and try to take home the win.
And Birdman, he went down. How much does he mean to your team, Chris Birdman Andersen? Friends call him Birdzilla.
Well, I know he doesn't like you, but he is a defensive player of the year last year, so hopefully it's not anything major.
All right, well, good luck in the rest of the game. Glad to see you back on the court. That's Corey Maggette. That was unprecedented access.
Well, that's breaking news. Birdman doesn't like you, Mike?
Yeah, I would say that may be another positive in the judgment zone for Chris Birdman Andersen.
Listen, let me tell you something. I do my job, and I do it hard. I do it hard notes. I ask the hard notes questions. Sometimes they don't like it, but I'm going to stand in the pocket no matter what. Mike, unprecedented access.
Mike, I heard there's a room. I heard the reason Birdman doesn't like you is because when he goes into the training room to get stretched, you're already there stretching during his time period.
Be honest, how impressed were you with my flexibility?
For the people that don't know, as I walked into the training room today looking to catch up with some of my guys, I see Mike Rappaport on the table getting a stretch.
Okay.
Yes, he is getting a stretch,
okay,
like he's about to go play. That is not down dog. I don't know what that is.
We got one-legged dog. Go ahead and take your vinyasa out of that flow, Mike.
What is that? That's not even real yoga.
Yeah, this is all right. Meanwhile, back to the athletes who are balling out on the floor. Right with the hammer, stretch this.
Nice. Listen, nice dunk right there by Wright. Man.
And then Wright follows it back up. That is 4 in a hurry. And now Julian Wright has Power closing back in. They were down 7 early, leading by 10 now. A 12-2 run late for Power. They look like the champs.
Yeah, Power definitely looks like the more polished team out here. And the Ghost Ballers slowly but surely fading away. But what a play by Julian Wright. Catching the lob, going right down the lane, showing he still has the hops.
Woo. Emphatic. And so we're playing to 50, have to win by 2. Back to Wright again. Couldn't get it on the easy drop ball for Quentin Richardson.
Nice find by Julian. Quentin's going to be mad that he messed up that nice assist, but he still was able to get the basket to fall. I really like how Power's playing together right now.
Power by 12. Mike Taylor.
Hello.
Showtime couldn't finish. Richardson clears it. And now back in, of course, to Corey Maggette. He can't finish.
But if you just look at how easy Power's making the game right now. They're sharing the ball. That's a nice take by there by Mike Taylor. But Power's making the game easy. They're exploiting mismatches. They're sharing the ball. And that's why they have the lead.
And one foul on Wright. Mike Taylor aggressive.
Nice hesitation by Mike Taylor. Goes down the lane, then shields off Julian Wright with the body. And they're going to need a lot more plays like that. Because Power's only 7 points away from a victory. Ghost Ballers are going to have to go on a major run right here. And a guy like Taylor could spark that run because we always talked about he has that energy. He brings his own energy. They're going to need every last drop of that energy. They're going to fight back into this game.
This is the chance of the three-point play, and then Maggette clears it. A little too aggressive by Alex Scales there on the pass from Maggette.
Yeah. They're trying to get Thompson on Taylor. Taylor's fast, he's quick, but sometimes when you're the smaller guy in these type of settings, they like to walk you down to that block and test your manhood and see what you can do down there.
Richardson draws a D. Lost on the way up. Scales fouled. So Scales will head back to the line. One shot for 2 points.
Scales held his own down there against Quentin Richardson. Q known for being able to be a versatile guy as far as hitting threes, but then he had a post game as well.
And now Richardson checks out. Big Baby back in. Big Baby who took a big pop, drawing a charge a few minutes ago. So yet again, a warm welcome for Glen Big Baby Davis. Won an NBA title in 2008, his rookie year with the Celtics. They still appreciate Big Baby Davis here in New England.
And once again, Power with a 10-point lead, nice cushion right now. And I'm just so impressed with the way Power has played, especially when you look at the fact that Cuttino Mobley hasn't been able to play today, obviously with the captain.
Maggette with 3.
And there's Maggette, and he's looking at Mike Taylor. He's smiling because early in the game, Mike Taylor was talking a lot of junk to everybody on Power, and now the tables have definitely turned.
And now 4 points away from a win. Power clears it.
Uh-oh, Corey wants Mike inside.
Maggette, and Mike spin, lost it on the way up. Poke free, Moon, contested, Big Baby. Still 4 points away for a win for Power. Into Big Baby's hands. Doesn't have a bucket in the game, but would be a big one here. Draws 2, tipped away. Taylor has it again, and a foul called on Maggette. You don't think Corey Maggette wants to close this out with a bucket over Mike Taylor, do you?
I definitely think Corey Maggette wants to close this game out with a bucket over Mike Taylor, but Corey Maggette is being subbed out of the game right now. So Julian Wright will be in, along with Thompson and Big Baby. We'll see where they go for offense here. But Power with a comfortable lead, so they have the luxury of sitting Maggette for a little bit.
22 points from Corey Maggette to get here. And now Power trying to close it out. Right back on the floor. Scales left it short. Thompson has the board. Thompson. Remember, you got a 4-point shot. Right crosses over. This is Thompson for 3. Long rebound. Thompson has it again.
No, come on, Big. Come on, baby. You got to finish that one.
They play hockey here, too.
Oh, you got to finish that one. Oh, too much butter on the fingers.
It was a one-timer.
Too much butter on the fingers, right with a nice pass, but Big Baby couldn't pay it all.
And now Big Baby.
There we go.
Tight.
Now he goes to get it the hard way.
Not exactly the finger roll, but Big Baby's first bucket puts a Power 2 points away from a win, right? Fouls Taylor.
And I tell you what, the ghost ball is down 12 right now, but man, Mike Taylor does have that pop on that dribble. Big Baby right here, inside, too much for Jamario Moon, just overpowers him with a nice running left-hand shot off the glass. Taylor, he's got to be one of the quickest guys in this league. When you look at that first step and that explosion, man, they needed that free throw. Corey Maggette get into here.
Maggette back into the game. Here's Maggette on Taylor.
You know he wants this
over Mike. You
know he wants this over Mike Taylor.
Maggette dumps it off. Big Baby. Hammer for the game winner. Welcome back to New England, Big Baby. Welcome back to the floor for Power. Game winner in Power. A week after they suffered their first loss in over a year, back in the win column, and Big Baby ends it in a big way.
Big Baby, nice take right here. You see him going up on one side, finishing on the other. The big fella's still got the nimbleness in this game. He wasn't going to mess up this assist. Big Baby only 4 points, but they came in the clutch. Way to finish it off for the big fella.
So Maggette attacks, creates for Wright, who dumps it all for Glen Big Baby Davis, the victorious Power with Mychel.
All right, the champions are back. Nancy, Big Baby, talk to me about your relationship. There was a lot of talk about him screaming at a coach. I think that him screaming at you means that he does respect you and he's treating you like any other coach that he's probably screamed at in his long storied career. So talk about that relationship.
We have a deep relationship. We have a respectful relationship. And he didn't do anything wrong. He was passionate about wanting to play. And the next day we were on the phone talking. I love this guy. He's amazing. We want him to be the MVP of this league.
Now, you've seen many basketball players throughout your career as a pro in the park. What makes Big Baby Davis so unique? He's like a one-of-a-kind.
He's one of a kind because not only is he physically gifted, great footwork, most people don't realize that he has such high basketball IQ. He's had great coaches like Doc Rivers, and I get to have the benefit of what he brings to us on both ends.
What did this mean to you, baby, to get this win? You played for the Celtics. What did it mean to be back here in Providence, Rhode Island, get this win?
Man, it means a lot to me. You know, Providence is a Celtic town, and to be here and to see all the fans and people to come watch, you know, to be a part of something great here is awesome, man.
All right, well, congratulations on the win, you guys. Good luck next week.
I was dizzy when he spun me.
Guys,
Glen Davis had 0 points until the last 4 points of the game to power to the win. Aliens and Enemies. Next up.